Last weekend, the stable enjoyed a double at Rosehill when DEJA took out the Group 3 Festival Stakes for Emirates Park, and Mensa Missile got a well-deserved first Saturday Metro win for First Light Racing. Gundy Bridge will line up in the benchmark 72 handicap on Friday at Kensington. The slightly raced son of I'm Invincible has 2 trials under his belt leading into this race. Tell us about his chances.
His most recent trial was very impressive. He won by a big margin, but it was the manner in which he did it that I was certainly very pleased with. He showed good improvement off his first trial, and he's really taken that improvement in between going to the races. I know he's been off the scene for a while, but he's ready to go and ready to run a very competitive race for his first up. So certainly looking forward to seeing him back at the races.
ZELADY Luck is penciled in for a couple of options. She will take her spot in the Fillies and Mares benchmark 72 handicap on Friday at Kensington or the benchmark 66 handicap at Nara. She's enjoyed 2 wins to date. Is she on track to show her best form wherever she goes?
Look, no doubt she needs to improve off her first up performance, and she certainly can. Which she'd been back to the trials, and I thought trialled nicely since. Fitness has certainly improved. Looking forward to getting back to the races, and most likely looking to start her at Kensington. I think it's a track that she'll appreciate and will really suit her. As I said, she's open to good improvement. She's shown talent in the past, and expecting her to bounce back.
Too Much Caviar has a couple of options this weekend in the Mudgee Cup or the Nara Cup. This 5-year-old gelding has been a consistent performer for Blue Blood thoroughbreds. How has he been working at home?
He's been working excellent. Unfortunately, it was certainly a disappointing performance from him last start. Really hard to put our finger on exactly the reason for his disappointing performance, but he's trialled accordingly since. He looks in great shape. His work's been excellent, and he's got 2 nice options over the weekend. Both very, very competitive. Most likely leaning towards the Nara Cup for him. I think it'll be a suitable race. Most likely he can map a lot better on the speed maps with the better draw. So looking forward to seeing some improvement from him and expecting to be very competitive off the back of that.
Rosehill will host Saturday's Metropolitan meeting, and the stable is well represented across the card. Mr. Dependable will go first up in the benchmark 88 handicap over 1400 metres. He's had 2 trials leading into this, so he should be fit and ready to go. Tell us about his chances.
He's been off the scene for a while, but really looking forward to getting him back to the races, because I feel he's come back in really good shape. He's always been a nice progressive horse, a horse that we've held in high regard. So I think he can continue to show that progression this preparation. The 1400 metres may just be a bit short of his best. You may find them a bit sharp for him here first up, but once he can get to 1600 metres and further in the campaign, I think we're going to see him under some suitable conditions and certainly see much more from him at that point.
VRENELI was last seen at Kembla a fortnight ago, where he finished at the back of the pack. Are you hopeful he can improve on this performance in the benchmark 78 handicap over 1200 metres?
I think his run was certainly much better than what it may read on paper or in the form guide. He did a little bit of work and sustained pressure throughout being first up, and I thought he stuck on well. I think he's open to very good improvement off the back of that run. I think we've seen that in his work. Remaining at the 1200 metres is a positive for him, so I think we can see a sharp improvement in that performance, and with that would see him being very competitive.
ZOUMON was super impressive at Moonee Valley last time out, where he blitzed the field to win by 6 lengths. Is he capable of putting on a similar performance on Saturday in the benchmark 78 handicap over 2000 metres?
He certainly is. He's arrived from Melbourne in fantastic order. He looks in really good shape, and he's been working accordingly. He's certainly taken some confidence from that last start win, and I feel he can be just as effective here the Sydney way of going. It's a distance that he's obviously very effective at. His fitness levels are right at that peak at this point in time, so if he can get the right run in transit, he's certainly going to take some catching.
King of Clubs is set to return to the races in the hope of securing his first win on Australian soil. How is he acclimatised to life down under, and is he far off a win?
He's in great shape, King of Clubs. I feel he is continuing to still acclimatise to the conditions here. So no doubt this run will really bring him on and see good improvement from him. He's first up over the 2000 metres, but that's a distance that'll help him find a better rhythm and he'll be better suited by the tempo of that race. He's had the 3 trials to really give him a nice foundation. I think he's a talented horse. I think we're going to see a lot more from him. But at this point, he is still continuing to improve with the racing and acclimatising to the conditions here.
DEJA Boom is set to make his debut this weekend for First Light Racing. This son of Spirit of Boom will race at Newcastle over 1200 metres. How has he been leading up to this race?
He's in good shape, Deja Boom. He's a horse that, making his debut, he's only going to continue to improve whatever he does on Saturday. I think there's a lot of just natural improvement with the experience, and he will also be better suited once he can get to that 1600 metres in time. So I think it's a nice suitable race for him to kick off, expecting him to be very competitive, but be better placed in his next couple of runs.
CASTLEREAGH Kid was last seen at Ballarat where he finished 4th. He is going 3rd up in the Werribee Cup and looks as fit as can be. Can he get the job done this Sunday for Strawberry Hill Stud?
Yeah, it's certainly been very pleased with him this preparation, and this is the start where he can show good improvement and hope for the race where he can break through this campaign. His first up run, I thought he stuck on very well. There was plenty of pressure, and I thought he showed good improvement second up to once again stay on very well over the trip. Third up now, nice and fit. His work's been pleasing since, so looking forward to seeing him take his place.